What's going on, Pokemon Masters? PokemonTripHD, and we are back today with the TBU analysis for Week 1. The team analysis, team preview, whatever you want to call it. And we're going up against the Slateport Vale and their coach, Squirtacular, aka Josh, aka Milkshakes. And the reason I call him Milkshakes is because he stole my milk tank from me. But anyways, today's Thanksgiving, and I really want you to spend this day with your loved ones, your family, your friends. So I'm gonna make this video really quick, and I'm not gonna go into too much depth, but I'm gonna try making this as quick as possible, like I said, but I'm gonna try making this as informed as possible. So tomorrow the match is gonna be up pretty early. This is also gonna go pretty early. So I think let's just get right into the team analysis. So his team is Latias, Manaphy, Porygon Z, Miltank, Aromatisse, Virizion, Mamoswine, Scolipede, Staraptor, and Mega Absol. And his bench, which he cannot use for this match, are Rotom-Wash, Chandelure, and Tyrantrum. So the team's gonna be on screen somewhere, like over here, this way. You guys can see my mouse, probably somewhere over here. But yeah, so looking at his team, immediate threats, Latias, Manaphy, and Mamoswine. 3 of the best Pokemon to use in this format. And he has them all on the same team, which is just fantastic because Mamoswine breaks pretty much every single core you can think of. Manaphy tail glows and kills everything. And Latias is just a huge threat because of its speed tier and because it's just so good. So those 3 are immediate threats right off the bat. His Mega is Mega Absol, which isn't the biggest threat. Arcanine walls it pretty nicely, but it's not the biggest threat. He has Scolipede, which I don't really care too much about. Staraptor, which is meh. It's kind of annoying, but it's weak to rock, so. Virizion, which is also kind of meh. It gets walled by Arcanine, though it does get Stone Edge, but it gets walled by Arcanine pretty nicely. It also gets walled by Celebi if he doesn't have X-Scizor. And Miltank, Curse Tank, is a threat and a half. Aromatisse is kind of just whatever. It's not really the most offensive thing. And we do have the types to deal with it. So that's basically my thoughts on the team. He has Rotom-Wash, Chandelure, and Tyrantrum on the bench, which you can't use for this match, so I'm not really going to go and talk about them at all because he's not going to be able to use them. So let's just get right into the team. So Arcanine, Intimidate, it's basically a regular defensive old wall. And Morning Sun, Recovery, Roar is to, once we get rocks up, we can just roar things out and hopefully get in his rock weaknesses if he does bring any. Close Combat and Extreme Speed, the combination of those two can actually take out a Mamoswine. We're EV to live a Banded Earthquake from an Adamant Mamoswine at -1. So a Close Combat plus E-Speed combination, I think it does like 90% min and 108% max. So it's a roll to take him out with the both of them. We have as much the rest into attack. Like I said, we live a Banded Adamant Earthquake -1 from a Mamoswine. So that's Arcanine. Roar is for the Curse Tank because I don't want that thing to set up on me. I did have Toxic, but changed it for Roar because I feel like Roar is going to be safer. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. We have Choice Scarfed Breloom. This is a backup check to the Manaphy. We can also score anything on his team. He doesn't have any. Well, he has Virizion. That's his only immunity to Spore. And if he brings the Virizion, we can just Force Palm everything. His Force Palm does get boosted by Technician. Bullet Seed does take out the Manaphy if it hits 3 times, and it's not really too much to say. It's a backup check to the Manaphy. Also takes care of the Mamoswine. It takes care of the Absol with Mach Punch because we're Scarfed and a Mach Punch takes him out. And only thing that walls this on his team is going to be the Latias. Latias does actually wall it pretty nicely. Aromatisse kind of walls it, but if we Bullet Seed and we get, I think it's 2 times we get 4 hits, we actually do take him out. So, or maybe it's 2 times 3 hits, something like that. We do take out the Aromatisse, even if he's max defense. So, there's that. That's him. And then we have, here is one of our win cons. We have a Banded Scizor. Defog, just so we can get away hazards that he sets up with either the Miltank or the Virizion or the Mamoswine. Scolipede gets spikes too, so Defog for that. Pursuit for the Lottie. U-turn for just switch initiative. Bullet Punch, because that is the move that's going to win us this match. We don't need to outspeed anything on his team, so we just have max HP, max attack, Adamant Natured. Bullet Punch, 2 KOs, every single thing on his team beside the Miltank. Miltank does take 2 of them, and besides the Manaphy, because Manaphy obviously resists it. So it 2 KOs everything else on his team, which is crazy. That is absolutely crazy that Bullet Punch does that much damage to him. So once we get up rocks and we possibly war some things out with Arcanine, we can actually sweep with Bullet Punch. So that's pretty cool. I do need to be wary of HP Fire on the Latias, which it probably is going to have. A possible HP Fire on like Porygon Z, a Fire Punch Miltank, HP Fire Aromatisse. Mamoswine can also run HP Fire if he runs Freeze Dry special variant. And Scolipede can get HP Fire, though I really doubt he's going to run HP Fire. Also, Mega Absol gets Flamethrower, and that's a threat. So, that is the Scizor, that's Haley for us. And like I said, remember, Lady Luck, everything's a female, except Celery, because Celery, the Celebi, does not have a gender. As you can see, no gender. So here's Celebi. It's a standard Celebi set. It's made to wall the Latias, because nothing else on our team appreciates Latias much. So this thing's made to wall the Latias. Also, it takes an Ice Beam from a Manaphy at full health. One Manaphy's at +3. It takes an Ice Beam, and we can hit it with an Energy Ball. And so it's kind of like a backup check to the Manaphy. And this thing also kind of it doesn't wall Porygon Z. Porygon Z kind of just tears a hole through this team. So kind of need to be wary of that. I didn't want to just bring Florges just for the Porygon Z, because I don't really think Florges does too well against this team, because he has a Manaphy who can just Tail Glow on it. There's a Miltank which can just curse up all over us. I guess if we bring a Calm Mind Florges, it could potentially do really good, but if he brings Banded Mamoswine, that just destroys Florges. So yeah. That's the Celebi set. Oh, Recover Stealth Rocks. This is our Stealth Rocker. Heal Bell in case he gets any statuses, so we can just get them away. Energy Ball for the Manaphy, and Energy Ball does pretty good against this team. We can't really do anything back to Latias, which kind of stinks, but oh well. Next up, we have Taylor Swift, the Snorlax. It's Banded Snorlax. We're going to lead with this thing, most likely, and we take hits from anything besides a Banded Staraptor's Close Combat or a Banded Mamoswine Superpower. Everything else we take, and Double-Edged 2 KOs or OKOs, everything on his team. And also, if he leads like Banded Mamoswine and Superpowers and takes us out, then we just got to Dragonite and we get up a free Dragonance. Or if he does the same thing with Staraptor, we just go back to Dragonite and we get up a Dragonance. So spoilers right there for Dragonite. Heavy Slam is a roll to OHKO the Aromatisse, even if he's max defense. Unless he has a Babiri Berry, of course. And Thick Fat for the Mamoswine. For the... I think it was just the Mamoswine, was it? Maybe just for the Mamoswine. Also to eat up HP Fires. So that is the Snorlax set. And Pursuit for the Lotties, of course. Return just in case if we don't want to take the damage from Double Edge. Double Edge is a lot stronger than Return, as you can see. This is 102 power. This is 120 power. So it's a lot stronger than Return. It does 2 KO a defensive Miltank with Double Edge. So keep that in mind. Next up, we have the Wincon. This is the Wincon. Scizor is the backup Wincon. This is the Wincon of the team. Dragonite, Yachi Berry to eat up a Mamoswine's Ice Shard / Icicle Crash to eat up a Manaphy's Ice Beam, a possible Latias Ice Beam, a Miltank's Ice Punch. It just eats up everything, honestly. It eats up a lot of things. So that's the reason Dragonite's here. Dragonance, Iron Head for the Aromatisse, Extreme Speed just in general for like any possible Scarfers. Dragon Claw for mostly for the Latias. At plus, actually, I think at +1, yeah, we do take out a defensive Latias. At +0, we take out an offensive Latias. So we need a Scout for any Scarfers before we set up with Dragonite, of course. Though if the Scarfer is something like Staraptor, if we just get up rocks at +1 and E-Speed is a... actually, I think it does like 60% min at +1, so we would need a +2 to take it out after rocks. But you know where I'm going with this. If we have multi-scale, then we can just D-Dance again as the Brave Birds, and then E-Speed, so that's pretty good. This set beats his entire team. Only thing we can't really hurt, I guess, is the Miltank. At +1, a Dragon Claw still does like 45%, so there's that. That's really the only thing that this Dragonite doesn't deal with on his team, honestly, because we have a Yachi Berry, so we can deal with Manaphy. Also, a Yachi Berry is for the Porygon Z's Ice Beam. So that's the team. It's a pretty quick little thing, because like I said, it's Thanksgiving, and I want this to go by quick. No face cam, because it's too much editing, and it's Thanksgiving, so that's the team. I feel like this team does have a really good chance at winning, especially if we find the opportunity for Dragonite to set up a Dragonance. We can't let Dragonite get status, because that would be terrible. Unless we Heal Bell, of course, but if he gets status, odds are multi-scale is going to be broken, so it's not really the greatest. We don't have a Wish Passer or Healing Wish. Celebi does get Healing Wish, but I'm not running that this week. So that's going to be the team. Let me know what you think about this team in the comments down below. Remember, the battle's already happened, so please don't say, your teammate's going to see this, blah, blah, blah. The battle has already happened, so keep that in mind. Like I said, battle will be up tomorrow in around 24 hours from now, somewhere around there. So that's mostly the team. I really hope Jade, our Dragonite, can do well. She basically deals with his entire team, except Manaphy, because at +1, a Dragon Claw only does 60% min, 60% min. So I would say only 60% is a lot of damage. So that's the team, and we'll probably lead Snorlax, like I said. and then we're just gonna go from there. That's, yeah. He doesn't have a fire type, so you might say you have 3 Pokemon weak to fire. He doesn't have a fire type, and anyways, you have 3 weak to fire, 2 resistant to fire, and he has thick fat. So he doesn't have any fire types though, so we'll know stab fire types besides Chandelure, which is on the bench, which he cannot use this week. And that's the team. Yeah, I said that already. Have such a great day, and until next time, have a nice trip.